Yeah. We in the building, man. It's your boy, Trill McCoy. You know what I'm saying? The guy doing what he do like I do about this time. That's an artifact, man. Trying to get back active on these channels for y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I can give you some news you can use, you know what I'm talking about? I got a whole lot of things going on, man, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's highly necessary that I tap in with my people and give them something, you know what I'm talking about? I got new channels coming. I need y'all to go subscribe and check out, you know what I mean? They'll be down in the comment section for you to slide on, you know what I'm saying? A whole lot of fashion, whole lot of music, whole lot of educational, you know what I'm saying? The chemist is just doing what he doing, you know what I'm saying? And Real Member TV is still here, you know what I'm saying, for the members, by the members, and only the members. But I ain't gonna be too long with this little spew of my introduction, you know what I'm talking about? I just wanna breeze through, man, and check on my audience, man, and give y'all something, man, you know what I'm saying, to chew on for a minute, you know what I'm talking about? It's so many different things, you know what I'm saying, that we can talk on, you know what I'm saying? There's so many current events that I think is highly necessary, man. We pop our shit, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know. I mean, first off, you know what I'm saying? I want to tell all the brothers out there, you know what I'm saying? That I think it's highly important, man. You know what I'm saying? We check on our health, you know what I'm saying? I be running into so many brothers, man, going through so many different situations that it's just diabolical. You know what I'm talking about? So it's highly important, man. You know what I'm saying? As us men, you know what I'm talking about? We be more mindful of our health. And when I talk about health, man, I don't mean just the physical aspects of things, because that's most definitely the first step we should definitely take, you know what I'm talking about, and be highly, you know what I'm saying, in tune with ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what's going on, pay attention to ourselves, but not just physical health. We got to tap in with our mental health. You know what I'm talking about? We got to tap in with our economical health. You know, we got to tap in with our spiritual health. You know what I'm saying? Just a whole all around the board thing. You know what I'm saying? But most definitely all those things need to be catered to. You know what I'm saying? With an urgency. You know what I'm saying? And it's different avenues and resources, because I ain't gonna tell you I'm the most astute person when it comes to these topics, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel at this point in particular part in my life, I should be, you know what I'm saying, not only mindful myself, but also, you know what I'm saying, reach one and teach one, extend some motivation, some education, some stimulation, no diddy, you know what I'm talking about? To all my peoples out there, you know what I'm saying, in these communities, you know what I'm talking about? So man, make sure y'all check on y'all mental health, man, your physical health, your economical health, and your spiritual health, man. You know, it's a lot of different platforms out there that can get point you in the right direction way better than I can. I'm just giving you an introduction, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of brothers out there with proven track records to change things in the world in all those areas, you know what I'm saying? I mean, man, go check out some Dr. Sebi, you know? Check out some Dr. Aki, you know what I'm saying? Go fuck with the pillars, red pill and blue pill, you know what I'm saying? They channel, you know what I'm saying? On Know the Ledge TV, you know what I'm talking about? They be dropping some hardcore facts throughout the week, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with a plethora of topics, health, wealth, you know what I'm saying? Current events, political science, sacred science, you know what I mean? Them brothers is putting in the work and they building the community. Something I would love to do, so I have to, put my best foot forward like my eye. You know what I'm talking about? And man, get to it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. So, yeah, tap in. If you love reading books, get you some books. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't into reading books, get on the YouTube, man. Surf the web, man. You know what I'm saying? Surf the web like Spider-Man, man. You're going to run across something I'm quite sure that's going to interest you. Something's going to catch your attention, your eye. Don't just be sitting around, want to play the game all day. You know what I'm talking about? I don't be sitting around want to watch the game all day. You want to watch guys run up and down the court and dribble a ball and throw it in a hoop. You know what I'm talking about? And have 1,001 suggestion, comments, and complaints about sports. You know what I'm saying? Why you and yours are just dwindling away. You know what I'm talking about? That's an artifact, man. We got a lot of brothers out here with high blood pressure, diabetes, heart conditions, foot conditions, face conditions, mental conditions. You know what I'm saying? There's things out there that can help balance that out. You know what I'm saying? Bring you back into the square. You know what I'm saying? Put you back on focus. You have you looking healthy and young with full of energy. You know what I'm saying? Natural, holistic products. You know what I'm talking about? Check out you some black seed oil, some sea moss. You know what I'm saying? Some oregano extract, some clover, something. You know what I'm talking? Depending on what you got going on, but I'm quite sure it's a lot of things out there, man. You can tap in instead of, you know what I'm saying, going to see the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Let them hit you with the generic medicine, you know what I'm saying? That's going to give you 14 different side effects. You know what I'm talking about? When you could just chew on this motherfucking plant right here. It's going to get you right. You know what I'm saying? You got erectile dysfunction around this joint. You know what I'm talking about? There are things you can eat and sip on that's natural, man, from the earth. That's going to boom you up. No diddy. You know what I'm talking about? So I mean, man, it's highly important, man. You guys out there tap in with it, you know. And with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We just doing this episode, keep it moving, man. Trying to stay on some current topics and events, you know what I'm saying? Give you some news you can use. And you know what I'm saying? By far, I'm gonna let the people know I by no means am I some super conscious brother. You know what I'm talking about? That's not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not anybody's, you know what I'm saying, highly educated intellectual teacher. I'm a master student. I'm still learning. I sit up at the feet of the best of them and the worst of them and learn. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, run this relay like a race and pass the baton to the next people. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, check this out. Check that out. Do your research. Don't only just do the research, research the researcher. You know what I'm talking about? And man, you know, I'm just another street nigga, you know what I'm saying, doing what I do, trying to play my part, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, with that being said, what we got in the news today, man? What we got going on, man? How y'all feel about the Money Mayweather? He done caught a few felonies for writing bad checks. You know what I'm talking about? Who would have saw that coming? Not me. I mean, this guy had all the money in the world. Now, why didn't he? You know what I'm talking about? What happened? Who did he put his trust into? You know what I'm saying? I mean, not too long ago, a few years ago, it could have been. I remember he was on TV talking about this is my best partner. I trust more than anybody and anything in the world. Some small hat, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna use the word, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get into attack. I mean, at some point I will, but we know who the small hats is, you know what I'm saying? Them peoples, you know what I'm talking about? That's over his finances, you know what I'm saying? You know, in control of his money, you know what I'm saying? And I remember when our people was who had boots to the ground saying, man, we need to boycott these people and not do this and not do that. He was one of them guys like, hell no, I'm gonna spend my money and buy what I want to buy and do what I want to do. And look what it got him. Look where he at now. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that right there should be a lesson within itself for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust these people, man. Y'all be putting y'all faith and y'all trust in these people. It's like waiting on Jesus to come back. You know what I'm saying? The aliens got here before he did. You know what I'm talking about? So, I mean, man, you got to do your due diligence. You know what I'm talking about? And stay connected to the roots. You know what I'm talking about? You know your roots, learn your roots, understand your roots, understand how that mechanism work, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't funnel your creativity, your energy, your time, and your money into another person's tree roots. You know what I'm talking about? So they can feed flower, you know what I'm saying, and spread the wealth to their people, you know what I'm saying, and then leave you out in the cold in the long run, because we done seen it happen time and time again with all our best athletes, actors, singers, rappers, you know what I'm saying, entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying, where we put our super tremendous trust in these people and they turn their back on us, you know what I'm saying? You know, we be quick to turn our back on each other, but you know what I'm saying, because we think these people, you know what I'm saying, standing chest to chest with us, no Diddy, you know what I'm talking about, and it all. Speaking of Diddy, see how it turned out? At the end of the day, they gonna turn their back on you and take all their money and send their kids through college. You know what I'm talking about? Keep all the wealth, the knowledge, and the information for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Feed you the crumbs. You know what I'm saying? Feed you the books they don't read no more. The shit they've been reading 20, 30, 40 years ago. You know what I'm talking about? While they steady reinventing the wheel around this joint. You know what I'm talking about? So I mean, man, that's an unfortunate situation with old Floyd. You know what I'm talking about? But we see how they operate, man, time and time again, year after year. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a fool to not see it at this point, or you just willingly going blind about your day and your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not to be picking on Floyd or anybody, because this type of thing plays out in all facets of life. You know what I'm talking about? Whether it's religion, whether it's a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's being a part of their organizations, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, that we don't go to these people for certain things. You know, you go to their stores, you rent from them. You know what I'm saying? You work at their corporations. You know what I'm saying? They done made a lot of broke black kids millionaires. You know what I'm saying? They contributed, you know what I'm saying, in some constructive ways. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, sheesh. You know what I'm saying? It's a real diabolical situation, you know what I'm saying, when we see these unfortunate circumstances play out time and time again, you know what I mean? And he ain't the only one. It's a long list of people, you know what I'm saying, that's been hornswoggled, bamboozled, you know what I'm saying? Run amok around this joint. You know what I'm talking about? That's an artifact, man. So, we gotta, man, keep these things in mind, man. You know what I'm talking about? And keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And do what we do like we do. That's an artifact, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn how to unify, man. Connect the black dollars, man. Build our communities, man. You know what I'm saying? For the greater cause of what we trying to do, what we trying to be. We know where we came from. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, man, let's get back to getting back in. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up, however that may be. You know what I'm saying? Or however you may do it. But we gotta get back to getting back in. You know what I mean? That's an artifact, man. But moving along in news, man. Tell me. What y'all think about old danger? What we talking about? Danger. Old mystical. Get on the floor. The man right here. Ain't that one of his songs? Is that one of his songs? I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I ain't listened to no limit on mystical and I don't know when. You know what I'm talking about? But he done copped out. They done gave that man 20 years. You know, I wonder how do they time run down in Louisiana? You know what I'm saying? Do he got to do the 85? He got to do the 20? Do he do half? I mean, who knows? Drop the comment down in the comment section if you know how that time run, how they get down with that thing down there, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's an unfortunate situation. But I mean, it's crazy because Mystical been locked up once before or twice before, something to that effect. You know what I'm talking about? For some crap like that. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta take something. I mean, what type of mental conditions or drug problems you got? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's allegedly. I don't know if he did it or not. I don't know the situation. You know how these females be there. They can spin the block on a cat because you ain't did this or because you done did that. You know what I'm talking about? They'll put you in situations, man. I done seen many people flipped up in situations, and I done heard about his story. They say his son got on the stand on him and said he deserves to get the maximum. You know what I'm talking about? What is that? What did man, he must have ain't break the bread with Shawty or something. He must have was on tour or something like, you know what I'm talking about? Ain't been back on his people or something. To have his son get up there and throw him under the bus. You know what I mean? Like me and, you know. And I'm thinking who we got the charges on. Is his baby mama? Was it his baby mama? Somebody cleared up for was his baby mama somebody he was already, what I'm saying, had sexual relations with. So that should tell you something too. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what's going on. We don't know the full story, but it sounds like, a whole bunch of tit for tat going on. You know what I'm saying? Tit for tat, but damn, your son mystical. You know what I'm saying? He got up there and did the 1-2 on you. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what to say about no situation like that. You know what I'm saying? If I had to, you know what I mean? You gonna have to send word, man. Man, go catch up with Shorty, man. You know what I'm talking about? And give him a friendly reminder. You know what I mean? For some crap like that. You know what I mean? It's crazy out here, man. You gotta watch yourself. I know. Watch yourself. Straight up. It's crazy around these parts, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Mystical, keep your head up, man. You know what I'm saying? You down for the Diddy count. You know what I'm talking about? He must was down for the Diddy count. They said Diddy got a time cut. So I'm sure he gonna have the biggest party when he get home. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have the biggest party when he go home. And who all I want to know who all going? Who all going to the Diddy party when he come home? If you going to the Diddy party when he come home, drop a comment in the comment section. I want to see who all going to the Diddy party. You know what I'm talking about? You still rocking with Diddy? Diddy made some hits. You know what I'm saying? But how well is them hits gonna play out when he get out though? You know what I mean? Y'all be saying free R. Kelly. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas ain't gave up on R. Kelly yet. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, R. Kelly, his music was so banging. They still screaming free Kales. You know what I'm talking about? But damn, I don't know if we can compare Kales to Diddy though. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they can't compare. They ain't threw Bill Cosby under the bus neither. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, they let the old man just chill it on out. You know what I'm saying? Ride off into the sunset. You know, if you old or whatever. You know what I mean? So I mean, man, I don't know how this gonna play out, but who all going to the Diddy party? He gonna have the biggest party, the biggest. You know what I'm talking about, huh? You know what I'm saying? I wonder if Rick Ross is gonna be there, huh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he gonna have the biggest party when he come home, man. You know what I'm talking about? I don't think I'm gonna be able to go to that joint though. You know, just not my cup of tea around this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? But hey, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do like you do, man. That's an artifact, man. I'm just giving you some news you can use, you know what I'm saying? It's trying to stay up on these current and topic events around this joint, man. You know what I mean? But hey, you going to the Diddy party, let me know. I want to see. I'm just asking for a friend. Who all going to the Diddy party? Tap in, let me know. I want to know. You know, it's highly important. We all know. You know what I'm saying? Who you think going to the Diddy party? You think Jay-Z gonna be there? Huh? Ross gonna be there? I don't know. DJ Khaled, who all I want to see who all gonna support Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Me myself, I'm gonna scream a long live Pac, man. You know what I'm talking about? We Packers around this joint. You feel me? Yeah, that's an artifact, man. But I don't know, man. It's a lot going on out here, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta, keep our head on the swivel, man. And speaking your head on the swivel, they say them boys, the feds is picking up old cases, you know what I'm saying? Cats beating these cases from back in the day. They picking up old cases, you know what I'm saying, around this joint. You know what I'm talking about? It's a dire situation. State cases at that. Like they go picking them up, you know what I'm saying? But one thing you gotta realize, you know what I'm saying, is the private prisons. You know what I'm talking about? And the music industry, they all tied in with each other, you know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second, hold on. But yeah. I'm just trying to get y'all some news y'all can use, man. You know what I'm saying? Tapping in with my people, man. You know what I'm talking about? And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, man. Hit the like button, drop me a comment, let me know where you at, how you bumming, you know what I'm talking about? That's an artifact, man. I'm just tapping in with my people. And make sure, like I said, y'all tap into the newest channels I got going on. It's dealing with a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? A whole plethora of things. But what I was saying though, man, is these Alphabet boys picking up old cases, you know what I'm saying, and creating new cases, man, on these youngsters out here, man. Because what you got to know is the music industry is tied into the private prisons. Prison population is actually going down. And a lot of these private prisons are suing these states that they have their prisons in for not keeping their population. See what type of contradictory thing of society we got going on here. So they got to figure out ways to keep filling these prisons. You know what I'm saying? And you know why? Because it's big companies out here. Yeah, it's big companies out here, man. And the key word to these big companies is sweat equity. You know what I'm talking about? Sweat equity. You know what I'm just a new word for slavery. You know what I'm saying? Sweat equity. You know what I'm talking about? Bars. Yeah, that's bars. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to figure out how to funnel these youngsters in there, man, and get these many years upon years of work up out you, this labor up out you. You know what I'm talking about? Free labor around this joint. You know what I'm talking about? That's an artifact, man. You know what I'm saying? These people got businesses to run. So, they gonna, slide you in through the front door just to get you out the back door. You know what I'm saying? It's a pipeline. You know what I'm saying? It's a pipeline, man. School ground to prison yard around this joint. You know what I mean? And a lot of these young cats, man, they don't see it, they don't hear it, they don't feel it. You know what I'm talking about? Because they lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? They living in a world that's upside down in darkness. You know what I'm talking about? That's an artifact, man. They go find these young men that's not well educated, you know what I'm saying? Chasing the very tempting things in life, you know what I'm saying? They give you all type of deals and opportunities, you know what I'm saying? And funds, you know what I'm talking about? Funds for the runs, you know what I mean? These guys sign these record deals, man, knowing they fresh out the street. These labels know these guys are in different gangs, you know what I'm saying? And they creating these beefs and these, you know what I'm saying, these riffs and these rafts, you know what I'm talking about, put each other against each other, man. And had the fans following and drawing sides, you know what I'm saying, like a political party, you know what I'm talking about? That's gonna send everybody up the river, you know what I mean? That's all that's going on, they trying to send you up the river, you know what I'm saying, through all type of tricks, forms, and tactics. You know what I'm saying? It's one hell of a strategy they got in play, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, a lot of youngsters don't see it. They don't know it. They don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? They just want the bag. You know what I'm saying? They just want to drill, kill, peel, and steal. You know what I'm saying? And ride on big wheel. Bars. But I mean, it's a sad situation though. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to be preachy teachy. I'm not that type, you know what I'm saying? I'm just another typical street nigga myself, you know what I'm saying? Come up out them trenches. South side of Chicago, Inglewood bound, you know what I'm talking about? Doing my 1-2 my entire life, you know what I mean? But, I grew to learn a few little wise words to put under my belt, you know what I'm saying? And put it together like a patty melt, you know what I'm saying, and feed it to you and hope you can, you know what I'm saying, digest it, man, and take the nutritional values out of it and let it do what it do, man, you know what I'm saying? That's an artifact, man, you know what I mean? One thing I tell the youngsters, you know what I'm saying, you can't count out the OGs or look down on the OGs or bypass the OGs, you know what I'm saying? You need the OGs, you know what I'm saying? You might not want them, but you need them. There's one thing about the old heads, one thing about the old school, one thing about Pops and Unc, they're a roadmap. You know what I'm saying? They're a roadmap for the youngsters. You know what I'm talking about? Because they done been through different avenues, boulevards, blocks and roads, back streets and front streets. You know what I'm saying? They done took the valleys and the hills. So they could say like, look, I've been down that block already. I know who hang out over there. I know what they doing over there. You know what I'm saying? I know the life expectancy, you know what I'm saying, for hanging out in that trap spot. You know what I'm saying? Or that back block. You know what I'm saying? Or feeding myself this junk food. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas been getting the wrong food for thought. You know what I mean? So, you got to get you some news you can use, man. You know what I'm saying? In order to elevate. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to choose to stagnate. Bars. You know? So, he's just different topics, man. You know what I'm saying? We're discussing. I mean, I'm gonna get into some specifics probably on the next go round podcast. You know what I'm saying? Where we're gonna do a whole class and breakdown on some real sacred science, you know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm just giving you an introduction of what's real, something you can feel, something to think about, you know what I'm saying? Just drop little jewels here and there, you know what I'm saying? A little fuel, you know what I'm saying, that you can, you know what I'm saying, start your little rut up and, you know what I'm saying, get you a little run, man, you know what I'm saying? That's all, and some current topics, some current news, but, it's highly necessary that you be, mindful and take heed to what a real one saying, That's all, That's an artifact, man. But in other news though, Peep Smitty, shitty. What you know about that what is that? Hernandez Govan, the dude that got locked up for the Yale Dolph thing, man. I heard he got locked up again for some old felonious ass terroristic threats to a female or whatever the case may be, texting and telling he gonna, slide on her, he gonna step on her. He must be tender down there. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. You know what I mean? Getting emotional thinking with your little one, you know what I'm talking about, man? And they said, they said he caught the case, he got out, bonded out, and one of Dolph's homies slid on him and put the foop on him, you know what I'm saying? Put the foop on him, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, man, that's crazy work right there. I thought he was in the clear on the go. He was talking a whole lot of, when he got up out there, you know what I mean? One of them Memphis cats done stepped down, you know what I'm talking about? Then here the feds done picked him up, what I just was talking about. And sent him up to Hooska. I say he checked in the PC when he got there. Why? How? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the truth or what, God damn it, but they say he checked in the PC. And niggas check theyself in the PC just to get at him. You know what I'm saying? Dolph got sliders. Long live Dolph, man. Dolph was a real one. I mean, that one hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Three of the most Uh, the three rappers that hurt me the most when they got killed, man. Pac, Nipsey, and Dolph. You know what I'm talking about? Them was three hurtful ones right there, man. I mean, man. And Dolph still got sliders. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't letting it go. Like, boy, you see your boy Yo Gotti, he ain't stuck his head up out the hole. I'm quite sure he got steppers. He know how to move. You know what I'm talking about? But Dolph got sliders, boy. Even after he gone, goddamn it, years after he gone, we still stepping for Dolph. You know what I'm talking about? That's an artifact, man. You know what I'm saying? That's an artifact, man. They still stepping for Dolph, man. So I mean, man, you know, I just pray niggas got love for me like that. You know what I'm saying? Dolph must put shit in play. And I remember an interview Dolph had when he said, man, something happened to me. I already got, you know what I'm saying, one, two, and three already in position. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas is probably gonna slide for Dolph forever. You know what I'm talking about? That's an artifact. Memphis, boy, shout out to Memphis though. Memphis don't be playing. Memphis don't be playing, man. You know what I'm saying? They stepping down there. There's some solid ones down there, boy. I tell you, I done been down there a few times. I got Kent people down there. You know what I'm talking about? Definitely got Kent people down there. You know what I mean? And they stepping around that joint, man. So shout out to motherfucking Memphis, and them Dolphers. You know what I'm talking about? Watch your back, go, man. You real tough Tony with it, you know what I'm saying? Them guys, hey, you better get your ones and twos up, you know what I'm saying? Get your crews up, man. But hey, it's an unfortunate situation, man. You know what I'm talking about? Motherfuckers gotta, gotta get right, act right, do right, be right, man. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't no joke out here, man. It's too much going on out here, you know what I'm saying? To be on the foo-foo, you know what I'm talking about? Straight up, niggas trying to stay on the righteous side of things, man. But it be hard. I understand. Motherfuckers gotta eat, B. You know what I'm saying? Behind them walls ain't no joke neither, boy. You get behind them, especially them feds ain't playing, boy, back behind them walls, boy. It's a whole different type of attire around that joint. You know, it ain't like the state. You know what I mean? You gonna have to get you some act right when you go up in them joints. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna eat or get ate, you know? And I mean, man, it's a rough one, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get into some of them prison stories, man. You know what I'm talking about? Well, you know, we gonna have to bend back on some of them, man. I get some, if you want to come on the channel, man, you got some meaningful things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Some stories you want to drop, some knowledge and some wisdom you want to spread. Holla at your God, man. You know what I'm saying? We in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? This is for the community, man. Give you some news you can use, you know what I'm saying? And let you do your one too, you know? And there's things going on all over. What about Mississippi? You know, I heard about the 1 year old that got killed. The police is blaming around this joint. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, man, they blaming, you know what I'm saying? Talking about what a female or something coming out of Walmart stealing allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, is that a reason to shoot off in them people's car and kill the 1 year old? I mean, that's diabolical work, man. You know what I'm saying? We would expect the police to have a little bit more professionalism about the way they handle their business. You know what I'm saying? But it just seems like they are bigger thugs than the thugs. You know what I'm saying? They the biggest gang in America. You know what I'm talking about? They sliding, they stepping. I mean, do your homework, man. It's been whole police force has been shut down due to the fact they've been on totally corrupt operations. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealing, pilling, stealing, raping, and killing. You know what I'm talking about? Whole station shut down. You know what I'm saying? You done had Klansmen member opening up whole stations. You know what I'm talking about? They've been doing the killing and the pilling and the dealing. You know what I'm saying? Robbing drug dealers, supplying the drugs, hitting the evidence room, tampering with evidence, falsely accusing. I mean, it's just diabolical work. And this ain't the first time they done shot some shorty down. You know, we can go year after year with this, year after year with it. You know what I mean? All for something that could have been prevented. Every situation would be prevented. What was the last thing? The one thing a couple years ago, the lady said, "I rebuke you in Jesus' name," and he smoked her. It's diabolical work out here going on, man. You know what I'm talking about. I'm quite sure you got some stories you done heard about of them doing some diabolical work. I done seen it firsthand. I done been in situations where the police done held me from a second floor house on the balcony and said, "Hey, God damn it, I'm gonna throw your ass." You know what I'm saying? I done been in them situations personally. Beat upside the head with a baton, shit lumped up. You know what I'm talking about? That's an artifact. So, you know, I know how they work, man. I know how they get down. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, one thing about the black man, we are the biggest op that there is. We have so many enemies. You know what I'm saying? Every race is against us. You know what I'm saying? Opposite genders against us, damn near. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, politics is against us. Religion is against us. The economical system is against us. You know what I'm saying? The black man is the most hunted man you can find. You know what I'm talking about? He's the most extraordinary man you can find. I guarantee you that. They can talk all the talk they walk. Oh, yeah, all the street, we hood, we this, we talk this way, act this way, like these things. But you know what I'm saying? One thing about the American Negro, street nigga in particular, we shaped and formed the entire world. Nothing moves in the entire world without us. I think about it. Go. Everybody wants to be us. Everybody. Africans, Asians, whites, Mexicans. You get your language from us, a dress code from us, our music from us. We influence the music, the culture, the fashion, the acting, the politics. You know what I'm talking about? Most of your curriculums come from us Negroes. You know what I'm saying? American Negroes, street niggas to be in particular. So we are a special group of people with integrity and dignity. You know what I'm saying? That's an artifact, man. There is no one like us on the planet Earth. We are the most advanced form of civilization. Whether you want to say we ignorant, we street, you know what I'm saying, we lazy, or whatever the case you may, what title you want to put on us. But do your homework, do your research. Show me why I just lied at. Anything I just said, show me why I lied at. And then once you not be able to do that, go back and do your homework on the other races of people. And then you'll see they do more killing than we do. More stealing than we do, more raping than we do. You know what I'm saying? More diabolical. They have centuries upon centuries, decades upon decades of histories of doing the most diabolical things. That's an artifact. So, motherfuckers talk they talk or spew they spew. You know what I'm talking about? You think about that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, hey. Everybody got their, you know what I'm saying, they're entitled to their own opinion, their own beliefs, you know what I'm saying, or whatever have you. But you need to keep that in mind, Schmitty. You know what I'm saying? We are the most advanced form, but rest in peace and fly high to that 1 year old that was killed down there, man, in Mississippi. You know, so rest in peace to the youngster that got killed, you know what I'm saying, from the Korean that said he was stealing a bottle of water out of his stove, you know what I'm saying, as well as all the other ones in the past, man. We can probably pull up a plethora of them in the past 6, 7, 8 months, man. You know what I'm saying? All them black sisters that was been hung down in Mississippi and they found a hanging from a tree. Where they do that at? And who's doing it? So next time, you find people talking about you, tell them, pull out the Epstein files, man. They've been treating our youngsters, man, a particular type of way, man, for so long, man. It's diabolical work. Don't ever tell me about no Chicago killing. Of course, we need to stop it, chill it, sit it down. You know what I'm saying? Get it chill. You know what I'm talking about? But look at what these people doing. You want to talk? You know, they eating the kids, man. That you think about that. They eating the kids, man. And that's not a bar. That's a fact. They shooting the kids. They chasing the kids. They hunting the kids. They miseducating the kids. They raping the kids. They putting 10, 9, 8 year olds in handcuffs. That's an artifact, man. So when you get to talking about, you know what I'm saying, what us Negroes is doing and what we ain't doing, you think about that, you go rally about that right there. You know what I'm saying? Go podcast that, Jack. You know what I'm talking about? And give me some news I can use. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got what, millions of hundreds of thousands or what? Like Epstein files of the most diabolical work, man. And they eating the kids, man. That's some news you can use right there. You know what I'm saying? And not only they eating it, and these are the people that's running your place. They running your state, your country, or whatever the hell you call this stolen land. They the ones making your politics. You niggas is debating about the Biden or Trump, Democrat or Republican. Go vote. Who is it? You niggas is Susie choosy on which pedophile you want to run the office. Yeah, that's what we doing. Hmm. And if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, choosing your best PDF file, then you want somebody to bow to your gods, these felonious gods that you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Another form of political slavery. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual slavery. It could be proven. I'm gonna prove it. You know what I'm talking about? These racist books. Why do I have to learn your language to know your spirituality? Did God speak in that language? Is that what you're telling me? I have to dress like you, I have to look like you, I have to talk like you in order to know God, to believe in God, to get to heaven. I gotta look like and act like you, huh? Is what you telling me. You don't see how fucking stupid that sounds? You niggas lost in the sauce and you can't catch up. You know what I mean? That's what's apparent to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't claim to be any super intelligent nigga. You know what I mean? I just reflect a lot, read a lot, study a lot. You know? I pick my particular times where I shut the hell up and just meditate. You know what I'm saying? I study nature, experiment on the things that's around me. You know what I'm saying? And it'll reveal something to you. You know what I'm talking about? When you do that, you know what I'm saying? When you do the right thing at the right moment for the right reason, you'll get the right result. You know? Let me repeat that again. When you do the right thing at the right moment for the right reason, you'll get the right result. That's an artifact. You know what I mean? I done sat at the foot of many of master teachers. You know what I mean? They reveal some things to me, talk some things to me. You know what I'm saying? Show some things to me. Put me through the quest. You know what I'm saying? For me to figure it out on my own. You know what I'm saying? And all these master teachers weren't spiritual people. You know, some were street people, some spiritual people. You know what I'm saying? Learned a lot from some ignorant motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about? As well as some highly intelligent, you know? But one thing I learned is if a person don't suffer because of his quest, he might not understand the value of the answer that's given. So, sometimes you gotta suffer in the quest, man. You know what I'm saying? In order to pick up the value of that answer. You know what I'm saying? Instead of motherfuckers handing it to you. You know what I'm saying? If we just hand it to you, you're just gonna run through it like shit. I mean, you can get it to me again. Nah, nigga, you gotta suffer through it. You gotta take a couple eye shots, chin shots, mouth shots, you know what I'm saying? To get the value of the answer that's given. But like I said, man, I'm just giving you cats some news you can use, man. These are just current events, current topics. You know what I'm talking about. It's a lot going on out there. And let me know where you from, man. Who rocking with me, man? What we on? How we coming? You know what I mean? Yeah. If you don't rock with me, hey, you don't rock with me. You know what I'm talking about? That's just what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But hey, I'm just sliding through your timeline one time to give you some shine, and you know what I'm saying, in hopes that you can do the same. So, you know, with that being said, do more and say less. Ugh.